Hi guys. Thank you. Thanks for the cheers. Yes, that helps. Thank you very much for coming today this early morning. So let's start. How many of you actually think that you are creative? Yeah. All right, good. Or half sort of creative?
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of creative? Good. So this talks, I hope it can help you, and let's see how the poll goes after the talk, all right? So I think a lot of people have this in mind. You have this conflict about creativity. Sometimes you think creativity, it's in the artistic way, but reality is to be creative actually means more, all right? And also because the way society has been developed, we actually think that the only people that are paid to be creative are architects, designers, the ones that study these kind of things. We don't think that engineers and lawyers or even normal people should be paid in order to be creative. So a lot of people say, no, I don't need to be creative, I'm an engineer. I leave that to the designer. But is that true? Let's see, let's talk about it. Innovation. Everybody knows right now that that's the it word, buzzword. Everybody needs to be innovative. Cities are pushing to be more innovative. Schools are trying to educate kids on how to be innovative. So they integrate design thinking, agile in companies. But innovation is a big word, all right? And they say it's crucial to the success of our country or our organization. And when somebody puts things on that way, we kind of freeze. Like, it's crucial. If I'm not innovative enough, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to be successful. But basically, innovation is also the application of better solutions that meet new requirements, unarticulated needs, or existing market needs. Okay? So innovation is actually quite a broad word that we can use it in several fields, basically. So how do we go about innovation? How can we learn to be more innovative? How can we learn to be more creative? And I like this picture because it's like that. You feel like you're at the end of a cliff. You have no idea how to go about it. And that brings a lot of fear. And let me present you Mr. Fear. Mr. Fear is actually sitting down here on the chair on the side. I just park him over there. So, because I know Fear is going to be on my talk, definitely. But, so I give it a seat. I say, yes, I can see you, I feel you, but please be respectful at this moment. Let's just continue with the talk, right? So I want you to imagine that you guys have Mr. Fear in your head, all right? And throughout the talk, I remember that Fear is going to come and say, no, but you can't. No, but you're not. Or how come? I mean, that's bullshit. I'm not creative. I don't need to be creative. Definition in the Webster dictionary, I think, it's what's creativity? Creativity is the ability to make new things or think of new ideas. Well, when we see the definition, actually makes things easier. I mean, I can think of new ideas, right? All the time you're thinking about new ideas, but maybe you don't realize that they're new. Maybe you think, oh no, somebody already thought about it. Or maybe say, oh, I already saw it in the internet, okay? Sometimes that happens because we are loaded with a lot of information. We think that our ideas are not new or are not valuable. That's the kill switch for creativity, when we believe that the ideas that we have are not good enough. Or I'm not creating a new solution, or I'm not creating a new program, right? So we kill ourselves, basically, because we say, no, that's not enough. But the thing is, time is a factor in the ideas. If you come up with an idea today that nobody thought about it today, that's actually a new idea for this moment. Maybe when you think about it later, no, it's not a new idea anymore in this moment, in this place, okay? So we can trick ourselves and say, hey, you know what? At this moment, this is a good idea with the information that I have in the place that I am and for the reasons that I think I can apply things right now. So well, not only I believe, I think already it's obvious that creativity leads to innovation. How do I eat creativity? Creativity actually helped me make things work out. I'm a shy person on the inside. I started to be an extrovert recently. I always believed that I was an introvert because I was very admiring my father, that he's an introvert, he's an engineer. So I wanted to be like my father somehow. So I copy a lot of his ways, and that meant being an introvert. But it turns out that, no, I'm not. I'm an extrovert. So I recently had discovered that I need to be an extrovert. I need to talk. I need to believe that I can do things with people. I don't have to hide. I don't have to be alone. I don't have to do things by myself. And then I thought, okay, well, I am creative in certain things. I'm not creative in other things, but I know I can make it work, right? And that opened a lot of things in my world. One of them is that I started to join the maker community. Creativity helped me kind of help myself to be more comfortable at doing things that I didn't know how to do, at taking risks. Being a mother, actually, I was super afraid of not being the right kind of mom. But creativity helped me realize that I don't have to be the best mom, I just have to make it work for today. Period. If he's alive today, I did a good job.
My phone has no memory.
Okay, you can sit down. Okay. So he has some problems. He was supposed to also be the cameraman, and his video is no memory. So thank you. So creativity helped me to survive motherhood. And to be okay with, you know what, okay, today was not maybe the perfect and best day, but we make it. We made it. We are safe and sound at home. Why I was so shy about or doubtful about my abilities is because I'm supposed to be creative. I study architecture, right? I studied architecture because there was no other career that actually I was interested in. I was interested in graphic design, but at that moment, graphic design was not making money because it was 20 years ago. So the closest thing was architecture. But I don't know how to draw. It's my weakness. I will paralyze in my drawing classes. But I discovered computers. And I get along with computers. That's why I wanted to do graphic design, because I got along with PowerPoint, Dreamweaver, HyperCard. I was super excited about new technology and using it to create things, to create awesome things, fancy, and oh, look, I can click a button and then I trigger the presentation. That's awesome. So I was so afraid that I was not good enough for architecture. But somehow I just focused on computers. I focused on creating things on the computer. And little by little, I start clicking on the buttons and things will happen. And then I will keep researching and I will suddenly create a 3D model and then a render. And then people were asking me, hey, how you did it? And I will share how I did it. And I was so excited about technology that people start learning from me and asking me more questions. And then we start sharing things. And I thought, okay, that's good enough. I'm good at that. But I never considered myself an architect, right? And I still have Mr. Fear telling me, no, you're not good enough because you don't know how to draw. So you're still not an architect. And you have not designed your house, so you're still not an architect. So fear is still there. But now I know, you know what? It's okay. I'm creative in other ways. I realized creativity is a mindset, right? And it's something that you can improve. That's why today's talk is creative confidence. With confidence, you can keep moving forward. All right? Where do I get it? Well, you have to nurture it. Okay, it's a muscle. You have to make it. You have to work it out. How can you increase creativity? Yes, you can increase your creativity because you need to practice. You need to expose yourself. You need to put an effort. Can somebody teach me how to be creative? Definitely, yes. But the best way to learn from somebody or to teach somebody is with your actions. All right, so if you just talk about it and say, I am creative, I want to be creative, I can teach you how to be creative, that's not good enough. You need to actually do the actions. So that's something that I'm still working on. Mr. Fear is on the way. So we are creative by nature, right? It's in us. That's what makes us go outside of the cave and see what's out there. That's what made us think that this can be a weapon. That's creativity, all right? But the most important thing is that you need to believe that you have the ability to create change in your world. We say in the world, we want to make a better world. Not necessarily. Even if you start just with your own world, that's a big step. And then you realize that by making your own world a little bit better, you're actually changing other people's worlds as well. Creativity comes into play whenever you need to generate new ideas, solutions, or approaches. There's a need. There's a saying I heard last night, and actually it's a Mexican saying that I heard very often. Necessity is the mother of invention. When you need something, I need a pen, I need something to write on. Okay, this is not working, but it kind of writes on the paper, right? So that's creativity. You come up with a solution for your problem right now. So what are the ingredients to be more confident, to help you open up the doors of creativity? First is imagination, okay? You need to learn how to imagine. You need to learn how to say what if and picture what if, okay? But sometimes that's difficult to do because we're so caught up in the speed of life. So the other thing is that you need to be curious. You need to always wonder what, why, how, what is this? How is that working? This smells weird, what it is. To try tools, to touch things, to ask questions. The other ingredient is to be brave. You need to be brave to dare and say, okay, I'm gonna try. I'm not practiced this for a long time, but I'm gonna try. You know what, I'm gonna eat this even if I don't think it's gonna taste nice, okay? Or let me go to that new country that people say, no, don't go because it's dangerous, but you have a place that you saw in a picture and you really want to go. Well, that's a way of being creative and helping you to be more confident. And sometimes is, you know what, I need to ask for help. That's also part of helping you out on being more creative. Encouragement, you need more people to help you and tell you, hey, you know what you're doing is interesting, even if they don't understand it, okay? You need your parents, teachers, yourself, tell yourself that, okay, this is a good point, maybe not for this moment, maybe for tomorrow, maybe in 10 years. Because if you don't have the right encouragement, you're gonna kill creativity right on the spot. I've seen moms and parents seeing their kids cutting and say, no, you're doing it wrong. And the kids just freeze. I hate to see that. It's so hard. It breaks my heart, really. And the other part that I mentioned, you need to practice. That's why sometimes you're not confident about the things that you want to do. That's why you don't feel creative, because you've not practiced creativity. So how do you practice creativity? Well, by doing small things, all right? First of all, the first way to practice creativity is to do something nice for yourself, all right? Every morning, that's what they say. Look at the mirror and say something nice to yourself. Or say thank you to yourself for making it through the night. You're awake. You made it. Okay? Thank you because I was able to finish my talk on time, that I think I'm not. What happens if you still think I'm not the creative type? Well, rediscover what you already have. Sometimes you have imagination. Sometimes you're already curious. Sometimes you have the right people that are encouraging, all right? So use that as your starting point. And even if you're missing something, okay, I'm curious, but I don't have imagination, then practice imagination. How do you practice imagination? Well, reading and trying to picture something, right? And believe in you, okay? Your brain and heart will help you figure out to be what you want to be. So we need to mind our words. Okay? Don't say, I don't know how to be creative. Okay? Say, I want to learn how to be creative. Okay? Change the don't, change the can't for what you actually want. I want to be more outspoken. I want to be more confident. Don't say that I don't want to be afraid anymore. No. You say, I want to be outspoken. That's the action and the behavior that you want to have. Okay? So I want to be more creative. I want to learn how to be creative. Sometimes our brain will think and say, you're lying. You're not creative. Even if you say in the morning, I am creative, it's saying, nope, you're not. You're not. Mr. Fear is there. So you say, okay, Mr. Fear, I know I'm not creative yet, but you know what? I do want to learn, or I do want to practice how to be creative. Mr. Fear will say, okay, yep, that's safe enough. I believe you. So instead of saying, I did it, you did it wrong, I did it wrong, say, hey, why did you do this in this way right now? Maybe that's not the right way for today, but you know, maybe that can work in some other time. You don't know how to do it. Move, let me do it for you. No. Wait, let me show you how to do it. Or you know what? Maybe I can learn how to do it, okay? This doesn't bring money, La. What waste your time, huh? Well, it doesn't bring money, but it brings experience, okay? And when you accumulate your experiences, maybe what happened today is going to help you tomorrow. Or maybe what happened today to you might help somebody else, okay? And that's why I wanted to share this talk to you with you today, because I hope that all the things that has happened to me can help you at some point in the future. And another important thing is talk to your emotions, okay? Talk to Mr. Fear, talk to Mr. Anger, talk to Mr. Anxiety, and say, hey, you know what, calm down. It's okay, let me take a look at that. And if you make a mistake in your quest for creativity, just remember to tell yourself, I've done the best I could with the skills that I had at this moment, okay? Didn't work out. It's time to learn a new skill. Not at this moment, calm your brain. The experience you gain might work in the future. So keep a journal of your ideas, pictures of the things that you failed, things that you wish to do and feel, and reflect. Ask yourself, why? Why not? Why it didn't work? Why I felt like that, okay? Because that's going to help your brain figure out what happened, and it's going to help you get to the point that you want to be. That's why it's important to put in words what is it that you really want to be. And this is a picture of the internet that triggered a lot of this. I've been waiting for the person that will save me. I've been waiting for the person that is going to help me be better. I've been waiting for the person that is going to see me, value me, push me. I've been waiting for somebody. The thing is that I am somebody, all right? So you are somebody. You are somebody for yourself. You're somebody for the world. So if you see that something is bothering you, it's not working out, remember, you're somebody. You can change by talking about it, by researching about it, by sharing your insights, by trying to make new things about those things. And you're somebody. So thank you very much. I work for OneMaker Group. It's a prototyping facility to help people create their prototypes and to help you explore materials and tools. Again, that's part of the curiosity part. And my Facebook page, my personal page is the Curious Design Network. I post things related to this topic because I believe that sometimes in the comfort of your home, you might read them and it might spark in you something, a change. Thank you very much. Yeah, my son, thank you.
Do we have any questions?
Okay, I forgot to actually ask you something. Okay, can we pass around these ones? All right, so these are just a blank page. I want you guys to put a fear on one side and a behavior that you want to be, or a wish for you, or something thoughtful for yourself, all right? And keep it with you. Because it's just a reminder of what you're afraid of, but what you want to do.
Or use your phone's quick memo.
As well, yes. That's a very good one, exactly. Quick memo, just right. Because when you put things in a simple way, your brain is going to thank you for it. And it's a reminder. So please just go ahead. I'm going to have a workshop later on to practice a little bit more of this. Okay? And thank you very much for your attention.